Waiting can be really hard, whether we're waiting in line for something, waiting for a call, waiting for test results to come back, or even just waiting for our coffee to drip. Waiting can be hard. Does anyone really like to wait? And one thing we actually have to wait for now is mental health care. It's become the norm for people to wait a long time between the time they schedule and the time they're actually seen. This is not a good thing. And in fact, if you want to know more about why this is, I recently made a video about it. I'll link it up above or down below if you're interested. But today, I'm actually going to share with you 5 things that you can do while you're waiting for mental health care. And actually, these are not just self-help tips, but these are also going to be practical resources that you can look into. So by the end of this video, there will definitely be more than 5 things that you can do. But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do go ahead and subscribe down below and hit the thumbs up button on this video. It really is helpful, but only if you want to. There's no pressure. All right, let's jump right into it. The first thing that you can do is to establish what I like to call as bridge services, or services that you can set up temporarily until something more permanent is established. Let's begin with therapy. Now, if you're looking to bridge that gap, there are 3 places you can reach out to right now. One is Talkspace, another is BetterHelp, and a third is 7 Cups. I've never worked with these companies myself, but I have heard that they provide quick and convenient care pretty much right away. If you're looking for something like medication management, do know this is a bit harder to find, but there are resources available. Now, I know a lot of city-run hospitals and clinics will offer walk-in clinic hours where medication management is a possibility. If you're located in New York City, that is where I am, I know Metropolitan Hospital and Bellevue Hospital both offer walk-in clinic hours. Also, if you're in New York or the surrounding area, there's a new place called Urgent Mindful Care, which says that they provide same-day appointments for medication management. Maybe worth checking out. I do know that walk-in clinics are not the most convenient, but again, remember it's temporary and it's better than no care at all. Also, don't forget, I will be posting every single link to the resources I talk about down below in the description where you can check them out for yourself. Okay, the second thing you can do is to begin journaling. Nothing long, just brief. You can even just keep track of your emotions or jot down a note or 2 about how you're feeling each day. By doing this, you're collecting information that will be really helpful for you when you finally establish with a therapist. If you're a primary care doctor or a psychiatrist or a provider, and you're working with someone who's waiting for therapy, perhaps you can begin the DBT diary card. If you want to know more about this and how to fill that out, I made a video all about this. It's up above or down below. Also, if you stick around until the end, I will tell you how to get a free DBT diary card template. Okay, the third thing you can do is to find a friend or a supportive person that you can begin talking to. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mean as a therapist replacement, but as someone you can actually share your struggle of finding a therapist with. It's often really helpful to have at least one supportive person, even when we're in therapy. Not to mention, this person can be a second pair of eyes and ears on the lookout for any good providers that they hear about. All right, moving right along, the fourth thing you can do is to begin thinking about goals and objectives. So what is it exactly that you want to achieve in therapy, and how do you think you can get there? Now, I know you need the therapist's help with this, but you can at least begin maybe doing a little research, a little bit of reading, and just like the journaling, you'll then start therapy with some really helpful information. Now, if you want to know more about goals and objectives, you can definitely check out my video that I made all about this, which is linked up above or down below. Okay, the fifth and final thing I want to encourage you to do is to be persistent. I know how hard it can be to establish mental health care, but to the best of your ability, persistence will be helpful. Oftentimes, slots for mental health care open up unplanned. So for example, let's say someone moves away. Boom, a slot opens up. Or someone decides to take a break. Boom, a slot opens up. So I know this should not even be a suggestion. Care should be much easier to establish. But from my experience, I have seen that persistence is really helpful. So do go ahead and follow up on the wait lists and definitely call providers back more than once. It will definitely help. Okay, that is it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you learned something. And as I mentioned before, as promised, if you're a provider and you want the free DBT template, all you have to do is sign up for my provider newsletter that is down below. It is free. It only comes out once monthly. It is short, concise, not spam, nothing like that. It provides referrals and resources. So do go ahead and sign up for that and you'll get the free DBT download. Otherwise, please do go ahead and subscribe down below. I will be posting consistent content to this YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.